Now find if r is minus half. R is minus half. What is the first term? We can go to the first equation. If r equal minus half, we'll see what the first term a. We apply for this one. R for minus half, so plus into minus, minus equal 3 over 4, 3 over 4. Now simplify, find the first term here. A into 1 minus half is half equal 3 over 4. So A answer 3 over 4. Here divide 4 multiple, divide 2 multiple 2. So A equal 3 over 2. First term is 3 over 2. Earlier first term is 3 over 4. They have a completely two series, two different first terms, two different common ratios for the given one particular data. Now write that series. Write series. A is 3 over 2. What is second term? Multiply minus half. Multiply minus half. 3 over 4. 3 over 4. Multiply minus half plus 3 over 8. Multiply minus half minus 3 over 16 and so on. It's the method how to write for this data, build up to equation and solving. It's my fifth video of the GP. So those are newcomers, for the best view, follow all the video in order, then only you'll know what happens here, what I said ahead of teaching this GP, how I solve these GP questions. Very first go to the video number 1, finish it, go to number 2 in order. This is my fifth video. So write this next, I think the question number 11. 11th problem. That's not there in your book, model question. Write this. The sum of the first term, and third term, sum of the first term and third term of a GP is 20. The sum of the first term and the third term of a GP is 20. Full stop. The second term is 4 more than the first term. Second term is 4 more than the first term. Write down the first 4 terms of the progression. Write down the first 4 terms of the progression. You can work it. Those who follow regular this order, my video order, you can solve it. So here the question in the word form. Problem provided in the sentence paragraph form. Sometimes the same problem they will give in the notation form. So you know how that one. If they ask that pattern given question, what the pattern, what are the notation form here? Sum of the first term and the third term. How to show notation form? T1 plus T3 is 20. Sometimes they will give like this pattern also. The same meaning what I read in this sentence form. Now you have to turn into AR form. Without A, without R, no GP. So convert to A and R. What is first term is A. Third term is AR square. AR square equal 20. Then take the A out. In this method solving, try to factorize. Take the common factor out. A is out. Then 1 plus R square equal 20. This is your first equation here. Sum of the first term and the third term is 20. But the second equation is the second term is 4 more than the first term. How that method? Second term is T2 is, second term is 4 more than the first term, like this. Okay, so what is second term? AR, first term is A plus 4. So take and rearrange, take this side, so A R minus A equal to 4, then take the A out. Take the A out, R minus 1 equal to 4. Say our second equation of this GP. Now so the idea of solving, I said more the problem using the division method. If you divide one by the other, A cancel. So can I take the first equation, divide by the second. First divide by the second. First one is A into 1 plus R square. Divide the second one, A into R minus 1. The other side 20 divide by 4. But the main purpose of dividing, A cancel. See, A cancel. So 1 plus R square over R minus 1 equal to 5. So first time we face such an equation. So what happened here, see R square, then it become a quadratic equation. Most questions in GP you need the indices knowledge and also quadratic equation, which is like a grade 10 equation. If you learn the general form of a QE, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Like that you also rearrange and get it. How many r squares, how many r, how many numbers equal to 0. So therefore 1 plus r square cross multiple 5 into r minus 1. 5 into r minus 1. So therefore 1 plus r square equal multiply by 5. 5r minus 5. So you know quadratic pattern. Take all one side. R square. This 5r this side minus 5r. Minus 5 this side here 1, therefore totally 6 equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation here. Now this I factorize to create 10 quadratic ideas. Multiple is 6. So 2 and 3. 2 and 3 is 6. 2 and 3, how it becomes minus 5. Minus 2, minus 3, minus 5. Therefore r square, take this minus 2r minus 3r plus 6 equals 0. Take the r out. R minus 2 factorize. Take the minus 3 out. R minus 2 equal to 0. So r minus, this is not GP, this is not GP, this is the quadratic equation, the factorization knowledge. And then you know, if you're very familiar with the QE chapter, 2 bracket equal to 0, one of that is 0, either one is 0. Therefore r equal to 2, O, r equal to 3. It's a big question, big problem, because so many equations needed and quadratic equation required, factorization knowledge, hence the answer. So 2r value, therefore 2 equations available here, right? Now we find the first term is what? For every r, find its corresponding first terms. For that I take the first, the second also easy. Second equation, can I take that one? So if r equal to, go to the second equation, find the first term, a into r42 minus 1 equal 4. So find the a. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 times a equal 4. Then write the series, write few terms of this series. A is 4, R is 2. So first term 4, multiply by 2, 8, multiply by 2, 16, multiply by 2, 32, and so on is the series this. Now R equal 3, find its corresponding first term. Next, if A R equal 3, second equation, put second equation, R for 3 apply. So A into 3 minus 1 equal 4. Okay, 3 minus 1 is 2, 2 times A, 2A. 2A equal 4. So no doubt A is what? 2. A equal 2. So you know the first term, you know the common ratio, then write that series. Therefore 2 comma multiply by 3, 6, multiply by 3, 18, multiply by 3, 54, and so on. Okay, it's the important question. So if you work, you can work this your own knowledge, then there's no any problems than this type of GP. So still we are studying the term problem. We have the summation questions also. Combined problems comes in the final paper. Okay, right, next question is problem 12. I think problem 12. All right, next number. Right, is in a GP consisting of 4 terms. In a GP consisting of 4 terms, the sum of the first 2 terms is 8. 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 And the sum of the next 2 terms is 72. And the sum of the next 2 terms is 72. Sum of the next 2 terms is 72. Show that there are 2 progressions. Show that there are 2 progressions which satisfy the above conditions. Which satisfies the above conditions. Which satisfy the above conditions. Full stop. Write the 2 progressions. Write the 2 progressions. The same idea, you can build up 2 equations and solve. Also, they said there are 2 GPs valid to this problem. That means 2 common ratios. Sometimes 2 A's or 1A, no matter. Especially important, 2R should be there. Then only 2 GPs available. So they say 4 terms consist. We take first term is AR square, AR cube. This is the in order first 4 terms of a GP. Now they say sum of the first 2 terms is 8. So build up an equation. First term and the other term is equal to 8. Sum of the first 2 terms is 8. Take they out. 1 plus R equal to 8. This is your first equation, right? This is, you can get some 2 exam, they'll give you 2 marks for this equation. But the other one, sum of the other 2 means what? Next 2 terms mean what? Third term and the 4th term, right? That is AR square plus AR cube. Sum of the other 2 terms, 72. Take factorize, take the A, take the R square out. Then what? Factorize. 1 plus R. Okay, 72. Say second equation. Now solve. Now solve and find the, when you solve, what happened? A cancel. A cancel. A problem, A cancel. You can find the R value, right? So when you take the second equation, divide by the first. Second equation, divide by the first. Second one is AR square into 1 plus r over, first one is a into 1 plus r, the other side 72 divided by 8. So the main purpose of dividing, see a cancel. Here additionally 1 plus r also cancel. So r square becomes 9. Now you know how to get here after. R square 9, r equal square root 9 plus or minus. So r equal plus 3 or minus 3. Two common ratios available. Therefore, 2 GPs available here. Now you find the corresponding first term. If r is 3, what is a? If r is minus 3, what is a? Further you take first equation or second. I think first is easy. If r equal 3, go first equation, a 1 plus r is 3 equal 8. So 1 plus 3 is 4. 4a? 4a is 8. Therefore a is 2. So once you know the first term, you know the common ratio and write the series. First term is 2 multiplied by 3. R is 3 multiplied by 3. 6, 18, 54 and so on, right? Next, if r is minus 3, r is minus 3, find the first term here. A 1 r4 put minus 3 equal 8. A, but is 1 minus, don't say 2. 1 minus, if you say 2, that's wrong, right? Minus 2 equal 8. So A answer 8 divided by minus 2 minus 4. Then write this series. Minus 4 multiplied by minus 3, 12. Multiplied by minus 3, minus 36. Multiplied by minus 3, plus 108. And so on. It's a very important question for any future exams, preparing for exams. Same. You can forward this my video for your colleague or your classmates, friends, relations, all over, wherever. Forward, they can study this through the YouTube. So through the WhatsApp or Viber, the difficult, only limited members can be find this video. And this data also, the video, their duration also very less in those social media. YouTube only, that you can use it for wherever when the time node problem of the durations. But Zoom, I work some advanced combined maths in the Zooms. That also the once complete the Zoom view, you can't use it again. You can't use it again. It was unfair, only paying money only. So best thing is this channel. So get full opportunity and use of this, and for the others also. Not only for my students, you can view any others also. Okay, is the question next, right? Next problem number 13. Problem number 13. Right, is in a GP, nth term, in a GP nth term and n minus 1th term, and n minus 1th term are 60 and 320. 640 and 320 respectively. If the first term is 10, find the value of n. See, an important question. So find the value of n means how many terms available. Yes, they are asking how many numbers available in this series. Okay, so what do you mean this? There's a GP, first term is 10. What is second term? Next term. We don't know others. We don't know the other term, right? First term is 10. And they give nth term and n minus 1th term. How these terms are? Nth term and n minus 1 mean, for example, this is 50th term, 50th term, 50th. Think like that. This one 49th, one less 49th term. If it's 10th term, here 9th term. If it's 36th term, this is 35th term, is it? Nth term and n minus 1. Therefore, these two are two successive terms, right? N is the last. Before that is n minus 1. Try to understand this. The question tricky of this problem. The first term is 10. If I go in order, if I show here 320, next one is 640. It's the series pattern, right? So therefore the idea now simple. Two successive terms are known. Two successive terms are known. Why they given the two successive terms? The student knows how to calculate the common ratio. Therefore find the R equal behind divide by its previous. Common ratio is 2, right? Then you can find how many terms are there. So using the Tn formula. Nth term is given. You know A, you know R, then apply. Tn equal A R to the power n minus 1 GP formula. So Tn is 640. First term is 10. Common ratio is 2 to the power n minus 1. Now solve this equation. We worked on a couple of questions earlier videos. See, check. Take the multiple 10 here, divide. 640 divide by 10, 2 to the power n minus 1. So here 64 equal 2 to the power n minus 1. Now solve the integers and get it the n value. 64 here, base is 2, therefore write 64 as 2 to the power 6. 2 to the power 6 equal 2 to the power n minus. So bases are equal, powers are equal. Take the minus 1 here. Therefore this question consists of 7 terms. So what are these two terms? 647th term, 326th term, therefore, right? Important question. Okay, right, next theory that we found the only nth term problem. We work many types of question. Next, right, sum of the first n terms of a GP. Sum of the first n terms of a GP. Sum of the first n terms of a GP. So not only the term problem, they ask the summation also. As I mentioned the very first video, if you know very clearly the arithmetic series idea, same ideas we use in GP. There what the sum formula Sn equal n by 2a plus L, or Sn equal n by 2a plus n minus 1 into D. We collect that. So same here, there's a formula to find the summation. That is this. Sn equal a R to the power n minus 1 over R minus 1, right? Sn equal a R to the power n minus 1 over R minus 1. This formula, another one we have, another one, Sn equal a 1 minus R to the power n over 1 minus R, the two formula to apply these GP problems. Copy this. So the first one we can use when the common ratio becomes more than 1, right? Within bracket show that if r greater than 1 only, that is applicable. Here r less than 1, this formula is applicable. It's the method how to use this GP summation problem. So next video I'll show the summation, how to calculate that. So subscribe the newcomers and you will receive all the video and ideas of solving. So keep in touch with me and you continue successfully completing the entire syllabus fully in these quarantine long school vacations.